Sad thing is, WCW 2000 had better storylines than TNA does now.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Sometimes. Honestly, well, I don't know.
I'm sending that question to Lance Storm. Because he was in WCW 2000, remember.
I like Lance Storm.
I like Lance Storm, too.
I liked his tag team with Jericho.
I liked his tag team with Christian when he was in the Un-Americans. The Un-Americans were a good stable. But they didn't last long. I also think the Right to Censor was a good stable. He doesn't think so. I like the Right to Censor.
Yeah.
But they did their job, at least.
B squared. Bull Buchanan, B square. That lasted, what, 2 shows with the B square gimmick?
He was actually in the Royal Rumble for like a minute in 2003.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody remembers that. And it's Will's second question is, do you think they should do a Queen of the Ring?
No.
No. I would, honestly, instead of the Queen of the Ring tournament, I would love to see a Divas Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble. 2 Royal Rumble matches in one night. They should do it.
Yeah.
Winner faces the Women's Champion or the Divas Champion at WrestleMania.
I'm kind of on the fence about that. I don't know. Honestly, I think TNA has WWE on that one. They have better women wrestlers. But I don't know, it's because of the fact that they use them more, or they can wrestle, or what it is. But I don't know. Like, the people they should be using in WWE, the women they should be using in WWE, they don't use. Like Mickie James, she just had a tag match on Raw, but still, she hasn't been in a singles match or the title hunt in how long? They're using Melina and Beth Phoenix, yeah, because they're the main story. But now they got this Rosa Mendez, who you know is going to wrestle eventually and probably wrestle Melina.
Well, the thing is, you probably watched Raw last night too.
Yeah.
If you notice, they're kind of having a feud between the women's champion Melina and the Divas champion Maryse.
I hope they unite them, because having 2 women's titles is stupid, and I hate that Divas title.
Well, quite frankly, I think the only reason they created the Divas title is because the SmackDown Divas, until then, were kind of worthless. Because they had nothing to shoot for, so why would they even wrestle? The Divas title is kind of a good idea. And actually, I like it more than the Cruiserweight title because of the fact that there really aren't any Cruiserweights.
They fired all of them.
Yeah,
There's Chavo, and that's it.
Chavo.
Well, technically, Cody Rhodes is
Jimmy
weight
Wang
class.
Yang is apparently still employed.
He just does squash matches now, like Jamie Noble. See, that's what Superstar should be. It should be the women and the cruiserweights that they have left on one show, and then you don't have to worry about it, because then...
Okay, I give up. I can't throw it any direction. I threw it that way, and it came back.
And it's behind the camera.
Yeah.
But I think Superstar should be the cruiserweights and the divas. Because then they'd have their own shows. They wouldn't have to worry about certain storylines or people not getting put on TV or anything else. Because, like, look at Katie Lee Burchill. She doesn't do anything now because Paul Burchill doesn't do anything either.
Honestly, what I think they should do is end the brand extension, get rid of ECW, but keep the Superstars show.
Make it 2 hours?
They can make it 2 hours. Superstars was originally a 1 hour show anyway.
Oh.
But I'm just saying that Superstars would be used as their proverbial Sunday Night Heat. And it can be as big as it was in '99 because Sunday Night Heat actually featured top talent.
Yeah.
Like Triple H actually wrestled on Sunday Night Heat once. Like back in 2002 or something.
Yeah.
Or 2003, whenever he was the World Heavyweight Champion.
Something like that.
And he wrestled Maven, who's on the Home Shopping Network now. He's got a little bit of hair. But anyway. These questions are from Jeff. Not that one.
Ew.
That was random. Who do you think will win their first World Championship this year? Nobody. Honestly, I think this is going to be a year dominated by Orton, Triple H, Edge,
Cena.
Big Show,
Cena. As much as I despise the man and I don't want to say it.
I don't think the Money in the Bank winner is going to cash it in this year.
I don't think the Money in the Bank win. I keep telling Greg, every year they're like, oh, the person that wins Money in the Bank has gone on to win the title. I think
Except
they're gonna.
Kennedy.
Well, he didn't. He couldn't use it though. That's
Well, he
like.
could. I still hate that storyline. Yes, he got injured. Why did you have to take Money in the Bank away from him?
Because he needed surgery.
Why couldn't you just give the title to Batista in the cage?
I don't know. But I think this year they're going to screw the Money in the Bank winner and they're going to make the person that wins Money in the Bank lose their shot at the title.
That's why Santino should have been in Money in the Bank. He would have been the perfect person to blow the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And his second question is, why do you think The Undertaker never gets a fair run with the title and no matter what seems to be outshined by Edge or Triple H, etc.?
Triple H is married to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's
well,
daughter.
He might as well be.
Yeah.
The thing is, The Undertaker was supposed to have a lengthy run a couple years ago, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
So you really can't fault Edge for that, even though he was the one who cashed in the Money in the Bank.
Right.
So that's not really Edge's fault. I don't know. Who did he get hurt in the match with? Batista?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn you, Batista. That's why you're not wrestling in WrestleMania this year.
Yay. I don't like him either.
But The Undertaker's, I think, longest run was back in 97. Holy crap.
They need to give him one more run, at least a year long, because...
No, not that long.
No, because that would be perfect if he had, if he wanted it, the Mania before his last, and then kept it until the next Mania, and then lost it with his winning streak at Mania.
I don't think they're ever going to end Taker's winning streak. I
Yeah,
really don't.
It's going to happen. Shawn Michaels is going to take him out the next Mania.
I actually didn't expect Michaels to win.
Neither did I. I thought it was going to be Kozlov and Taker, streak versus streak.
But, you know what? That works. Michaels and Taker is a better match anyway.
They're probably doing that because tickets still aren't selling for WrestleMania. It's still not sold out.
Which is kind of hard to believe because it's Wrestle-frickin-Mania.
Yeah, but with the economy and people they got wrestling now. Well, now that John Cena's possibly not in the title run, people might actually buy tickets. And now that Taker and Shawn Michaels is on the card, they might buy.
2 people from Texas.
Exactly. JBL's going to be on there eventually too, I'm sure.
I'm surprised JBL wasn't the person to challenge Edge.
I was kind of surprised it's not Kozlov Taker and then Shawn Michaels JBL in a match. I kept telling Greg they were going to do something.
Chris Lawler was talking to me about this last night, and he thought about the possibility if Kozlov would have beat Shawn, that Shawn would have been challenging Edge for the world title at WrestleMania. Which would have been awesome. I would have loved to see Shawn win the title. Because he hasn't had it for
I'd like to see Shawn
6.5
Michaels holding
years.
the title again.
He hasn't held the world title in 6.5 years.
Yeah.
Anyway. These questions are from JJ. Well, question. Sue me. Do you think that they will break up... You read the question. I can't speak anymore.
Do you think that they will break up John Morrison and The Miz during the draft?
No. They're the World Tag Team Champions.
Although they teased them having, some issues at that triple threat for the Money in the Bank.
Well, in all fairness, it was a triple threat match.
Right, they're not going to break them up.
No. They're the World Tag Team Champions.
I mean, for God's sakes, they won the Slammy and then they made them win the tag titles, the next night? Or the next week?
Yeah, the next week.
So
At
they're
a
not
house
going to
show.
break them up, yeah. They're not going to break them up if they gave them the tag titles at a house show. Doesn't make sense.
Honestly, I don't think... It's kind of hard to imagine that. I'm still trying to figure out how Morrison and Miz have wrestled more on SmackDown and ECW when they're Raw's World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
Even though they're ECW branded. I don't know. WWE confuses me sometimes, but it's still better than TNA.
Yeah.
Okay, these next questions are from Big Things Poppin', Little Things Stoppin'. I don't come up with these names, I just read them. Number 1, do you see Umanga, whatever, having the WWE or World title before WrestleMania 26?
No.
No. I really
No.
don't. Yeah, I know
Maybe another title, but not
Yeah, probably the
world
United
title.
States.
United States, maybe even the ECW, depending on where he goes during the draft.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I can actually see him going to ECW during the draft.
So can I.
Even though he was drafted to SmackDown last draft.
And he hasn't been doing anything because of injury.
Speaking of the draft, I just want to point this out. You know what? Screw it. I'll wait till the end of the show.
Okay.